Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna thank you for being here today. I'm gonna be talking about my journey, my n8n journey. I guess I'm gonna start by giving you a little bit of background about me. I'm a software developer from Venezuela. I've been living in the state for 5 years, specifically in Orlando, Florida. During my professional career, I started working. When I began, I started working with PHP. Then I did a little bit of Java, and I've been working with Node.js API for the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years. I'm currently working as a backend developer in n8n. However, I've done, I would say, a bit of everything from the docs to a bit of the core, developing nodes and helping people on the community. Okay, so let's start. Okay, how everything started. I had this habit of checking product home every morning to see what cool products are out there. And I remember on October 8th of 2019, I came across n8n. I thought it was really cool. I download the project real quick, spin it up, and then yeah, something clicked on my mind. I really like it was open source, was extendable, and it was Node.js that, as I mentioned, I had experience with. So to understand exactly why NAMA clicked, I have to explain you what I was working on at the time. I had created this company with a couple of friends called Clip. Clip is you can I would describe it as a barber shop marketplace. So if you needed to get a haircut, you could go to the app, look for barbers around you, look for the work they've done, the review that people have given to them, and even pay from the app. You prepay your appointment. And the service provider had another mobile app where they could keep arrange their schedule. So keep this in mind. What I told was the only developer, and my other two friends, one of was doing the sales, and the other one was doing the marketing. So while working on Clip, most of my time I was working on an API. I was the one that you can see right now. Can you see it? The API? Yeah. We have like more than 100 endpoints. So you can imagine that that was taking most of my time. The only developer here. But they did this course, from Udemy, from zero to hero, and then they thought that they were email marketers now, so they wanted to send a lot of emails like every day. And the way they do that is they would tell me to pull the data from the database, and they would give me a template, and then I would literally go to the database to Boxer, query that data, export the CSV, go to Node.js, import that file, iterate over the file, and then consume the Mandrill API, REST API. In case you don't know what Mandrill is a MailChimp company that is used to send transactional emails. Well, that started okay. I was doing that just a couple of times a day, but then they wanted to do like every day, and I didn't have time to do that. So that's what when I found an AA, I thought, okay, let me try to solve this small issue. Maybe I can save a couple of hours here. So then I came with this brilliant solution, this really complex workflow. I don't think you're gonna find something complex in this. Yeah, believe it or not, this was like the first workflow I wanted to use NAM for. So my idea was, okay, I'm gonna use the Postgres node, which was available at the time. I'm gonna do the query there every time I need to query data, which is pretty fast because the data was simple. And then I'm gonna just map that data to the template on Mandrill using expressions. That was fine until reality hit me on the face, and I realized that there was no Mandrill node there. So I tried to use the HTTP node, which was available at the time, but the Mandrill API is pretty tedious. I have to input all the template variables manually. I didn't want to do that. I wanted something that I wanted to the node to populate automatically those fields for me. So that's why we got here to my first contribution, which was, of course, the Mandrill node. I did it on October 26th of 2019. If you see it here, you would think that, oh, he sent it in October and then got it merged. it went perfect. I thought my note was perfect, but then you can see what happened really here. So this is me. Then Jan realized, sent me this small text, a couple of small things that have missed. Keep in mind that at this point in time, I think there was no documentation how to develop nodes, or at least not as we have today. So what I did was I just went to the code and started looking at other nodes and start using that as a reference. That didn't go well. I started back and forth with Jan until I kinda figured it out. And then even though at the end he still have to make some changes and then merge. So yeah, I guess I could have stopped here because I didn't need another node at the time, but I enjoyed that process a lot. I mean, when you add the node to the workflow, to the editor UI, and start playing with it, I don't know why I just fell in love with that. And then I just wanted to keep doing that. Then I started to looking at the community and start, you know, creating notes for the community. So I will benefit the community and we'll still, keep having fun. So that takes us to, what is it next? Okay, when I was there, yeah, what kept me going to to always keep developing Node, the fun of developing, as I mentioned already, the positive feedback that I was getting from the community. People was always thankful for the nodes that I was creating. Yeah, with every message that I was getting, every time I read that, I would just get on fire, and I just wanted to keep going, to keep developing more nodes. And lastly, Jam's help. He was always like pretty responsive. Without that, probably I would have stopped and leave the project. At the moment, he was always we were at that time we were chatting a lot through email in the community. After doing that for a couple of months, then one day I said to me, okay, let me check how many nodes I have created. So that take us here. I call it my first milestone. I never set that goal. I just started to count, and then I realized that I had done more than 50. So I told that to Jan. He put this in the community, and yeah, I guess yeah, I never thought I would hit that mark. To be honest, I had no clue that I had gone that far. That was, as you can see there, 3 months and 16 days after the first contribution. At that moment, at this point in time, I was having some talks with Jan about working for n8n. To be honest, I wasn't completely sure if I was going to be able to, because Jan wanted to build he didn't want to build a remote team, and I wasn't able to move to Berlin. But well, we worked it out. Yeah, I can tell you that out of all the jobs that I have, this is the one that I have enjoyed the most. um, yeah, I mean, I get to work with doing what I like, working with amazing team of really smart people. Um, yeah, till this day, everything great so far. In case you're interested in contributing to n8n, one thing that I guess people is not completely sure about. They also think that they regularly think that they can contribute by developing nodes, but there's way more than that. You can also work on the nodes. You probably soon gonna be able to help us with the translations. I know one of my coworkers, Ben, is working on that. You can create how-to videos. You can share on the phone on the experiences that you're having with n8n. You can, if you know how to do something and someone is asking that on the community, you can help that person in the community, and you can always, let us know what is your feedback about the project. I guess that's it. In case you didn't believe about the sniping thing, this is me training to become the best sniper that I can. um, yeah, thank you. In case you have any questions, let me know. By the way, if you want to find me in the community, this is my username. If you see this picture, that's me.